Hey, salut les amis, comment allez-vous? Alors, oh, shoot, sorry folks. I didn't mean to. That was actually French, and that's what happens when you speak multiple languages. Sometimes you get mixed into your mind and you confuse everybody. So, um, all right. Actually, I wanted to drive your attention into something totally a little bit different than what we usually do here with AMC videos. Because if you think you're ready for what is coming into this talk next, maybe you're not. Again, I'm not talking about the price potentially going down to $5 a share. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it actually hit the moon. All right, whatever the moon price for you means, because it is not a matter of if AMC will hit the moon. It's a matter of when would that happen. And we've been covering on many thousands of videos on this channel the reasons why it can do so, the catalyst. And I think all the research that needed to be done on AMC is actually done. It's just a matter of now being patient and being patient in order to wait for that moment where it will actually do what we are all waiting it to do. But in the meantime, I think we need to be prepared of that specific time, because I think 90% of people are not ready for what is coming. And by that I mean, let me explain a little bit. Let me go deep a little bit. If I give you 50,000, or let's just say $100,000 right now, do you know what you will do with it in order to grow it? Or do you just think about, I mean, maybe, buy this, buy that? Because if the answer is the latter, then it actually confirms what my point is. You may be not as ready as you think you are. Because one thing with money, folks, is when you receive a lump sum, a big sum of money into your hands, when you have a big shortfall money into your hands, if you are not prepared mentally, emotionally, and definitely financially, then it might wreck you. You might be ending in a worse financial position before you actually get that money falling into your hands. And looking at what AMC will do when it hit the moon, many people will find themselves into this specific situation, this specific scenario where they find themselves sitting or getting a very large sum of money. For some of us, it's going to be 50K. For some of us, it's going to be 100,000. For some of us, it's going to be millions of dollars. But if you are not prepared on how you're going to handle that money, things are going to be very chaotic, because something with money is it creates something in your mind, in your psychic, and it actually, in, it enlarge who you are truly as a person. And that's where we need to be careful, all right? And something that I do know also is majority of people owning and holding AMC are first-time investors. This will be the second year or the first time they were exposed majorly with the stock market in the US. But the true question you need to ask yourself is, when that money comes, when that money falls, what are your plans? Because if you don't have plans now, you're going to start doing stupid stuff with that money when it comes. All right? Especially if you haven't handled that amount of money before. Trust me, I've been there. The first time I bought a stock and it hit $10,000 in gains, I started freaking out because I never had that before. All right? Same thing when it started hitting 50K and 100K. But as I was getting prepared, I was getting a little bit more used to it, when I was, planning ahead in order to know exactly, hey, how am I gonna handle that money? All right. And that's what the baseline is, because it's not about the focusing. It's not about the money that is coming. It's about what will you do in order to get out of your financial situation where you are now. It doesn't matter if you are poor or middle class or rich. The bottom line is, when that money comes, it has the potential of either killing you or making you better in your generations to come. So my suggestion is, in this channel, the focus is not only on AMC stock, all right? And that's where I want to stress upon folks, all right? The money that is coming and potentially gonna that you're going to receive on AMC stock, start using this as an opportunity to actually learn a lot more into educating yourself into winning with money. I mean, do you know how to save a lot more on taxes? Do you know what are the loopholes, that are the legal stuff you can do in order to take advantages of some of the opportunities the IRS itself gives you? Do you know the rule of the 70-30 when it comes to saving money? Do you know the rule of the 60-40 when it comes to investing? Do you know the rule of the, doubling by 7 years, the rule of 7 years when it comes to your investment or growing your net worth? All of these are something that will be like, Chinese to some of you watching this video, but that is really what it goes down to. All right. It goes down to, hey, this money, it needs to keep growing. Otherwise, it wouldn't have done any change at all. You better go back to not even owning the stock prior to this, because if you are not evolving, if you're not planning ahead, this had the potential of actually killing you. Trust me, I've been there and I don't want this for you guys. Talking about taxes, if you haven't yet, please make sure you go down in the description below. You click on the link where it gives you, it lands you into a page that will give you all the details into what you can use in order to make sure that you pay as less taxes and you get as much back as a refund from the IRS. And how you can, it covers how you can get all of the medical bills 100% paid by the IRS for you and for your entire household. If you can get a new car paid totally 100% back from the IRS, and so many others. So please make sure you take advantage of that. Now, going back to my point, I'm going to land it here, folks. As we saw, AMC hasn't done what it was supposed to do when we wanted it to do, when we thought it would be the time. So why not use this time? Because no one knows exactly when that time comes. Why not use the remaining time we have until it hit the moon to make sure we are ready? We are prepared. We plan so that when the money comes, we know exactly when to allocate it to have a better financial future and to never be in a situation where we have our financial future being held by somebody else, because we do have controls over something. Because the bottom line is here, folks, it's not about how much money is coming down now. It's about never ever having to worry about money. All right. So some of you may have seen in my channel some of the videos I've been covering, stuff that are not about AMC alone. All right. Because I'm not saying that I'm rich. Reality is I'm not yet, but I'm in the process of making sure that money is not an issue. All right. I'm not a millionaire yet, but by the end of this year, I'll probably be. Based on some of the moves I started planning ahead 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And I'm not also claiming that I know everything, but this is a community and I want to build something here, sharing with you and you sharing with me through the comments, through live sessions, through videos where we can grow together, learn together, and make sure we never ever have to worry about money. But most importantly, we never ever have to be held by somebody else or something else where we need to take control of our finances, our money, starting right now with AMC and a bunch of other things. So that's my point. Hopefully it makes sense for some of you, and I will see you in the next video.